Hey yo, welcome back to Cinematic Cravings, and today's video is literally on fire because Peaky Blinders is back, and this is not business as usual. We're talking Netflix, we're talking a full-fledged movie. And yes, Cillian Murphy and Barry Keoghan in the same frame? That's madness. We're breaking down everything from the cast to the World War II storyline. And if you're watching this and still haven't liked or subscribed, by order of the Peaky Blinders, fix that immediately. Tommy wouldn't ask twice. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep growing this gang. Let's get started. The last time we saw Tommy, he was riding off into the mist, a white horse beneath him and his future uncertain. Now, that future is coming at us with a vengeance. Murphy himself said, "It seems like Tommy Shelby wasn't finished with me." And if that doesn't give you chills, wait till you hear what Stephen Knight promised. An explosive, no-limits chapter set during World War II. And when Knight says explosive, he means it. The movie brings back Tom Harper, the director who helped launch the show back in 2013, and the reunion of Harper, Knight, and Murphy feels like destiny. This isn't just another spin-off or fan service project. This is a full-scale cinematic event, and it's built for Netflix. Let's talk cast, because this is one of the wildest lineups we've seen in years. Barry Keoghan, the man who stole scenes in The Banshees of Inisherin and Saltburn, is joining the Shelby empire. Then there's Rebecca Ferguson, Tim Roth, Stephen Graham, and a whole lineup of Peaky veterans like Sophie Rundle, Packy Lee, Ned Dennehy, and Ian Peck. It's the old guard meets the new blood. The photo of Keoghan and Murphy together already feels iconic. Keoghan in full costume, looking like he's either seconds away from stabbing someone or saving the day, and we honestly can't tell which. No details on who he plays yet, but the way Netflix is teasing him suggests he's a major player. Ally, enemy, maybe something in between? Either way, expect fireworks. Now, let's get into the real game changer, the timeline. While the original show thrived in the post-World War I chaos, the movie throws us straight into the fire of World War II. This isn't just a time jump, it's a full-on reinvention of the stakes. We're not dealing with local turf wars anymore. We're talking black market operations, government secrets, wartime betrayals, and the Peaky Blinders right at the center of it all. And if you thought Tommy Shelby was dangerous before, just imagine him with a war going on. Stephen Knight said this chapter is no holds barred. That means no safety nets, no rules, and absolutely no mercy. You can bet Tommy's not just fighting for power anymore. He's fighting for legacy, for survival, for total control in a world falling apart. The title hasn't been officially revealed yet, but there's strong buzz around The Immortal Man. That's been the film's working title on set, and honestly, it's fitting. Tommy Shelby has survived bullets, betrayal, even his own inner demons. If anyone deserves that title, it's him. And if this movie explores what that immortality really means, emotionally, mythically, symbolically, we might be looking at the deepest Peaky story yet. Director Tom Harper dropped another hint about the tone, saying that even from day one, back in 2013, they knew this story had something explosive in its DNA. That spark has clearly turned into a full-blown fire, and this film is the combustion point. With Netflix behind it, the movie isn't just a continuation, it's a global event, primed to hit harder than anything we've seen in the series so far. And don't forget, this isn't the end, not even close. Knight has teased that someone walks away at the end of the film. Whether that's literal or symbolic, fans are already theorizing. Is it Tommy finally breaking free? Is it the birth of a new Shelby generation? Could it even lead into a new spin-off series? Whatever the outcome, the message is clear. This movie is a turning point, and it's just the beginning. One of the most fascinating things about this movie is how it blends real history with the Peaky mythos. The original gang that inspired the show was already brutal, but throwing them into the backdrop of a world war, that's a whole new level. Expect high-stakes political drama, covert operations, and Tommy possibly going toe-to-toe with military powers, not just rival gangsters. And speaking of rival gangsters, who exactly is Barry Keoghan playing? Fans are scrambling for clues. Some think he could be a war-hardened Irish revolutionary with his own agenda. Others believe he's a twisted government insider, manipulating events from the shadows. The one thing everyone agrees on, he's not a background character. Keoghan's role will define a huge part of the film's emotional and narrative arc. Meanwhile, longtime fans will be thrilled to see familiar faces return. Sophie Rundle as Ada, Packy Lee as Johnny Dogs, Ned Dennehy as Charlie Strong. The Shelby inner circle is back, older, wiser, and probably more ruthless than ever. And with Tommy at the center of it all, the tension between loyalty and betrayal is bound to explode. These relationships aren't just nostalgia, they're ammunition. But there's also a sense that this film isn't just about one man, it's about a legacy, about how violence, power, and ambition pass from generation to generation. Stephen Knight has always been a master of weaving family dynamics into chaos, and this film looks to continue that tradition, just on a much larger, bloodier canvas. And finally, there's the tone, and oh man, you can already feel it. Gritty, stylish, epic. From the music to the cinematography, the vibe of Peaky Blinders has always been unmatched. But now, with a movie budget and Netflix behind it, we're about to see that signature style blown up to cinematic proportions. Think slow-motion gunfights, whiskey-soaked one-liners, and razor-sharp one-liners, only louder, bigger, and deadlier. What's also wild is how this story might reshape the Peaky Blinders universe. This isn't just a movie, it's a potential launch pad. Stephen Knight has hinted at future shows, spin-offs, maybe even another movie, and the idea that this film could introduce characters who carry the torch forward? That's huge. It's no longer just about Tommy Shelby, it's about what comes after him. The show's fashion legacy, by the way, still going strong, even years after the final season aired. Peaky-inspired style is everywhere. That iconic flat cap, the sharp three-piece suits, the cigarette dangling from a silent stare. The movie's costume design is expected to raise that bar even higher. So yeah, expect your local barbershop to get busy again. One thing that hasn't changed, the devotion of the fan base. From Birmingham to Brooklyn, people are still quoting Tommy Shelby like scripture. And now, with Cillian Murphy riding the post-Oppenheimer wave and Barry Keoghan rising fast, the hype is global. This isn't just for fans of the show anymore. This is for anyone who loves badass storytelling and unforgettable characters. And while we don't have a full trailer yet, you can bet Netflix is saving that moment for maximum shock value. When it drops, and it will drop, the internet's going to go full Shelby mode. All we've got for now is that behind-the-scenes photo, and honestly, it's more than enough to send fans spiraling with theories. Netflix has yet to give a release date, just that dreaded soon, but given that production wrapped in December 2024, we're guessing a premiere in mid to late 2025. That's what we know so far about the Peaky Blinders movie, so make sure to hit like, subscribe for more Peaky updates, and tell us about it in the comments. Check back soon for more information by order of the Peaky Blinders.